Welcome to Scary Teen, your go-to place for the best in horror. From blood-curdling classics to spine-chilling thrillers, we've got it all. From cult classics to nightmare fuel, these are the films that haunt your mind long after the credits roll. Today, we're counting down the absolute best horror movies, ranked by IMDb. Let's dive in, if you dare. Number 10 is The Conjuring. This supernatural horror film, based on the investigation of paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, was one of the highest-grossing horror films of all time. It was also the highest-rated horror film of 2013. The movie stars Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson as the Warrens who help a family plagued by demonic forces in their farmhouse. Number 9 is The Babadook. This Australian psychological horror film is about a widowed mother and her 6-year-old son who are haunted by a monster from a children's book. The Babadook is a terrifying and thought-provoking film that uses the metaphor of a monster to explore themes of grief and trauma. Number 8 is Sinister. This supernatural horror film is about a true crime writer who discovers a box of home movies that shows the horrifying murders that took place in a house he's renting. The film is incredibly creepy and disturbing and features some truly terrifying imagery. Number 7 is Hereditary. This psychological horror film is about a family who are haunted by the legacy of their deceased grandmother. The film is a slow burn that builds to a truly horrifying climax. It's a very well-made and disturbing film that will stay with you long after you've seen it. Number 6 is The Silence of the Lambs. This psychological horror film is about an FBI trainee who enlists the help of a brilliant but manipulative cannibalistic killer to catch another serial killer. The film is incredibly intense and features some of the most iconic horror movie performances ever. Number 5 is The Ring. This supernatural horror film is about a journalist who must unravel the mystery of a cursed videotape that kills anyone who watches it within 7 days. The film is a remake of the Japanese horror film Ringu and is one of the best horror films of the 21st century. Number 4 is The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This slasher film is about a group of friends who are stalked and murdered one by a family of cannibalistic killers. The film is incredibly gory and violent and is one of the most influential horror films of all time. Number 3 is The Exorcist. This supernatural horror film is about a young girl who is possessed by a demon and the 2 priests who try to perform an exorcism on her. The film is incredibly scary and disturbing and is one of the most controversial films ever made. Number 2 is Psycho. This psychological horror film is about a secretary who embezzles money and then goes on the run. She then checks into a motel run by a man with a split personality. The film is a masterpiece of suspense and is one of the most important films in cinematic history. And coming in at number 1 is The Shining. This psychological horror film is about a writer who takes a job as a winter caretaker at an isolated hotel. He soon begins to lose his sanity. The film is a masterpiece of suspense and is widely considered to be one of the greatest films ever made. So that wraps up our list of the top 10 horror movies according to IMDb. What do you think? Is your favorite horror movie on this list? If not, what do you think should have been included? Let us know in the comments below.